Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alexandra, and today, by the way, I'm filming on my webcam or my camera on my MacBook because currently my phone has the storage space is full and I have to clear it, but I thought I can just use my MacBook. As I always say, it's not about the quality of the equipment as much as the quality of the content. So let's jump right into today's story, because it is a story time on my YouTube channel for the first time in a while. So today is the 30th of March. Yesterday was the partial solar eclipse and new moon. Whew, and there was a lot of things that happened. My life literally changed because the day before so long story short, I got a dog. I rescued a dog and he's mine now. I named him Ollie. I think it is so cute. It suits him so well. And I want to talk about, just freely about what happened, how I got him, and what my plans are, and all of this. Okay. I have seen him, I have been at my grandma's place for 2.5 months, I believe now. I came here to do inner healing work and really step into my power again. Process some heavy stuff, and because half a year ago I broke up with my boyfriend, and so it's been a process. And I've been here for 2.5 months. I felt really called to come here. So ever since I've been here, I kind of knew about this dog because we have a backyard, and all the way in the end, it's obviously the neighbor's property, and I've seen this dog there, but it has never crossed my mind to go over and check on his well-being, because naturally, and I think why he has been in that condition for so long is because people usually think that other people are reasonable. They know how to take care of animals. Obviously not all, but most people know how to take care of their animals. So but then a couple of days ago, so now it is Sunday, and this happened on Friday. So I was in the backyard, soaking in the sun in the morning, meditating, doing my manifestation, and I walked out further into the backyard, and he noticed me, and he started barking on me, and I was like, hey. And then I went on a longer walk, and then when I came back, I was in the kitchen making food, and then he was crying. He was very loud, and I could hear him all the time. And even when before, when I was standing in the, oh my god, I just noticed I used one of my earrings. Hold on, I'm gonna bring the other one. That is so freaking funny, because I had to open my phone and change the SIM card, and so I used my earring. Okay. So where was I? Already when I was in the backyard, I saw him. I was like, poor dog. Then I started to notice oh, he's there all the time. He's just in that cage all the time. That's when it kind of hit me. And then when I got back from the walk, I saw him, I mean, I heard him crying. He cried for a long, long time. And I was like, damn. And then I kind of had this idea, like, how can I help him? Like, how can I help him become free? And then I had this idea, like, I can buy his freedom. Like, I'm sure that if I walk over there with like, um, I thought initially like $150. Like, can I buy your dog? No, 100. Yeah, 150. Because it's such a huge amount of money here. Like it's probably like 2 days of work or something. Um, so I thought like, okay, it's gonna be very efficient if I like just walk over there and like, can I buy him and just like give them the money and just like very simple, not much, like very efficient, like buy everybody myself some time and energy and all of this. Um, but then I had my food and then I was like, I don't know what happened. It was like, I think I was in the right space. Like my heart was really open. I was manifesting. I was really in my heart space. And I was like, this is not okay. Like, it is just like, he cannot be there. There was something in me that just awakened. And I'm a very free spirited person. Like, and all my animals that I've had, they always, like my birds, they were like flying everywhere. And I always love that animals are out, like free as possible. Like, I hate putting animals in cages and like seeing dogs being locked in for like 8 hours a day. Like, for me, it's just like torture for my soul to even hear about it. And so I was like, this is not okay. And so I walked over. I was like, God, go with me. Like, I was like, I know that this is some kind of divine intervention in a way. Like, this is some kind of divine thing because it was so strong and urgent. So I was like, okay, if you really want me to do this, like, please come with me in spirit. And so I walked over, I rang on the doorbell and I was like, hey, is this your dog? And the woman was like, unsure. She was like, yeah, it is. I was like, this is a weird question, but can I buy him? And she was obviously like completely shocked. I don't know why my brow was like acting up. She was like completely shocked. And she was like, but she was like really, really polite. And I was just so like, just like loving and understanding, even though I don't really understand how you can treat an animal like this. I understand for a little while, when life gets chaotic or someone gets sick or someone dies. Like, they did lose a child a few years back. So like, I understand that for some time, the animal can suffer or have worse conditions, but 12 years, like 12 years being closed in that cage is just, to me, is insane. But I walked over with a positive attitude, with no judgment. I was more like, I understand you. I understand. Like, there was no judgment from my side, and that was a part of the strat. Oh my god, why can I not talk? It was a part of my strategy to like, yeah, go over there and just be loving and understanding and come from a place of love and peace, instead of like, I'm gonna call the police, give me the dog, like go straight to the like I'm sure it would just cause so much friction and drama. So I thought that like, first I'm gonna go and have like a loving approach, and it really worked. Like, it really, really, really worked. So she was obviously shocked, and she was like, it's so weird. Why would you want an old dog? He's like 16 years old. And I was like, I don't care. Like, I just want him. I can see he's a beautiful dog. he's not aggressive, because I went over and I saw that he was not aggressive. Um, and I just thought, like, I just have to get him out of there. I don't know what's gonna happen after or how everything is gonna be, but I just need to get him out of there. So I was like, I don't care if he's old. Like, he's great. And she was like, "What the fuck? Like, who are you? You know, like, what are you? Why do you want an old, rusty dog? You know?" But I was just like, "No, I really want him." And she was like, "Okay, but I have to talk with my husband, and it's actually our daughter's dog. She brought him, but she's now married, and she's there, like, she's away." And so I was like, okay, because I understand too, like, I can't just come up to someone and like give me the dog right away. Like, we humans, we need at least some time to process some changes, you know? So I was like, okay, talk with your husband, and I will come back tomorrow and see, like, if we can work this out in a way. And then, so I walked back home again. I talked with her for maybe like 15 minutes. She was really, really polite. She was really sweet. She even invited me in for coffee. Like, she was very, very sweet. So that was also like very contradictive. I think that's the word. To like, how can you? But she also told me she's not that like animal person, and her husband is more like, he grew up as a farmer, or his family was a farmer, so like he was the main caretaker, and he's probably working all day, you know. And she doesn't have this like bond to animals in general, but she was very kind to me, at least. And then I went home, and then I was just constantly thinking, like, I just got so obsessed with this dog. I was like talking with my mom, talking with the neighbors, talking with my family. I invited my uncle here to like plan, if I got this dog, then we need a dog house. And so I like called him, like, hey, can you come over after work? I need to ask you about a favor. And he was like, yeah, yeah, sure, I'll come right away. They're so incredibly sweet here. Like, Polish people are very, very warm-hearted people. Like, they are so giving. They're always like inviting you in. They're very, very warm people, or humans, I should say. Um, and so my family is also very, very warm and supportive. And he came kind of right away because he was done with work. He came and I was like, Uncle, there is this dog there. He is, he didn't even have water. Like, he cannot even see because his fur is so long. I'm gonna show you some clips here on the side of his conditions. And he hasn't been out, not even in the yard. The woman told me, not even in the backyard. They haven't let him out of the cage for 12 years. 12 years. And he slept on, like, he has a doghouse, but he slept on the ground. Like, it's not even, and he's half of his body's on the ground, and I can't even imagine the winters. I called my mom too, and she was like, my mom was like so upset, and really supporting me, and really like told me to like fight for this dog. She's also really, really, like, my parents are so beautiful, such beautiful humans with big hearts. And what else? And yeah, so I even brought the dog some water. I petted him. I like, how do you say that? What is that word in English? Um, but yeah, he was so sweet. He was so freaking sweet, and I kind of like, he's so freaking calm, this dog. Um, and yeah, so my uncle was like, okay, sure, I will find some material and I will build this. And he also said some, you know, like judgmental things about these people. And I understand everybody kind of reacted that way because everyone around here, not everyone, like my family and the other neighbors that I grew up, like every summer we came here and they were like a family to me. So They are so freaking sweet and always super supportive, so warm. And they were also like in shock. They didn't even know. Like they didn't. I think people like people here knew there was a dog here, but like nobody actually walks over and like checks. You know, everybody expects people to have some sense of like reason and responsibility and care for their animals. So they were all just shocked. My uncle, he was like, he said something that is like, he was like, do you know how many, he was like, yeah, it's not right that the dog has it like this, but do you know how many dogs in Poland that have it like this? And I was like, yeah, but that doesn't mean that it should be like this, or you know, that this can continue. Like, you know, sometimes people, and I don't, I'm not saying he came from a bad place, because but sometimes we justify things because it is normal in a way, you know, like, yeah, but he is like that, or she is like that, or you know, it's always been like this. But you just have to say like, yeah, but it shouldn't be like that doesn't mean that is the way, you know, like it doesn't mean that it can continue. And so he was like, yeah, you're right, like, uh, we should care for our animals. And so he even came later in the night with this like plank, wood plank, I think it's called. And he was like, okay, what about this size? How big is the dog? And I could see he was like a little fired up. It was so much fun. And we kind of decided that we shouldn't start building anything until I like get the clearance that I can get this dog. And so later that day, I think it was around 4 or 5, I just randomly looked out through my window, or through the windows here, and I saw that the man, the husband, was there in the backyard, and they were like cleaning the cage. And so I thought, oh no. My immediate like reaction, internal reaction, was like, oh shit, like he's probably like upset or something, or you know, they are like, fuck, somebody noticed how bad this dog has it, and now we have to clean it, and she can just like fuck off because it is our dog. That's initially what I thought, that okay, maybe he's like a bit upset, or like, you know. But I was like, it was like a moment of like courage. Like I had to summon my courage, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna like be a pussy and just, you know, like I need to be an adult and just walk over there and talk with him. And so I did. I walked over and I talked with him, and he was a bit skeptical. He was like, you know, like, I was like, hey, but you know, I am pretty charming. I know how to be charming. I know how to be like I can read people's energies and people's, like, I kind of know what to do. So I was just like, hey, I think I talked with your wife about the dog, and I understand it is so random, but he's such a beautiful dog, and I can give him such an amazing life for the rest of his life. I have so much time, uh, money. Like I said, I have the finances. I have the love. First of all, like I go on walks every single day. He can come with me. He doesn't need to be here alone. And then like gradually this was kind of the thing, and so he like opened up, and he was like, yeah, you know, I am a bit attached to this dog. And I was like, that is a really weird thing to say after treating him like this for so long, but okay, I kind of understand it too. He was like, yeah, I am a bit attached, and so I need to like speak with my daughter about this too, and we'll see. You can come back tomorrow. I was like, totally fine. I understand. This comes from like the blue, from nothing, and it's a big decision. Like I was just playing on like I understand, I understand, I understand. Like very peaceful, very like yeah, just peace, you know. And so I think he got a good impression of me. Like he could tell his guard kind of like came down, and yeah, I really felt like it was a good conversation, and I really like had good arguments for having the dog, and because the woman was like worried about, oh, will you come back with him? You know, will this maybe you're gonna realize after a week that, oh, you can't take care of him and he's a big dog. She thought he was a big dog, but he's actually just like a medium sized dog. He's so cute. Um, so she tried to like warn me about all the negative things, and I was like, I understand. I understand. I have had dogs. I have trained dogs. I had a Rottweiler before. I know I can handle big dogs. Like I just like reassured her. I said like I'm an adult. I understand what I asked for. And yeah, so we ended it on that, and then I went back, and I could not freaking fall asleep. I was like arguing with them in my head because I imagined like, okay, tomorrow maybe I have to like really argue and be like dramatic and like, okay, but then I have to call the police. and, and like really put on that kind of like if they would refuse to give him to me. But luckily I've been so divinely protected and guided. So around 9 a.m. the next morning, I went over. She invited me in for coffee. We sat down. We talked. It was such a nice vibe. The husband wasn't there, but we had coffee and we talked about even like health related stuff because she has something with her heart. I also have I have a heart condition. I had many surgeries when I was a kid. But I'm really fine. And so, yeah, we like talked about these things, and she just said like, yeah, we decided that you can have the dog. And I was like, really? Oh my god! And she was like, yeah, you have this like very peaceful attitude. It's weird. Like I I have never. And I was like, thank you. Like I did this kind of like, I mean I am a very peaceful person, but I strategically had to be like ultra peaceful, you know, because inside of me I'm like, how the fuck can you treat an animal like this? Like, do you have no soul? Like inside of me I would never actually be friends with them, you know, like yeah. Um but also like trying not to judge too hard, but it is freaking impossible when you treat an animal like that. So, so I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. And then we just had, I think I was there for 20 minutes, and she like gave me the rest of his food. She gave me the steel bowls, and then I just like she went out in the garden. So I went back with the stuff, and then I came back for the dog. And yeah, so I got the dog. I went in there. I took him on the leash because I bought my own leash, and yeah, just walked over. And she was like, "Oh my god, he's so calm," because she thought that he would like go crazy once he got out of the cage. But I was like, yeah, he's walking he's just like a normal dog. Who would have thought? You know? And so she could like see that, okay, it's gonna be good. And I like reassured her because I also saw that she had these fears because she lives in a prison herself in her head. She has self imprisoned herself, and I can tell that she has a lot of anxiety, she has a lot of fear, and she was kind of projecting that onto the dog and being like, he's a huge dog, he's gonna run away with you, he's not gonna behave well, he's not like, she was putting fears onto the dog kind of in the situation. So I had to like constantly reassure her, like, I know how to deal with dogs, this and that. And he was fine, like he was so freaking fine. And so we walked around in the backyard a little bit. I said bye, and I just let him like sniff around, you know, like he hasn't been outside for like he hasn't freaking smelled grass, you know, like up close. Um, so we walked around in the garden, I mean, in the backyard, in the front yard, and then I kind of just took the scissors and I started cutting his hair because he had like these dreads. It was awful. So I cut and cut and cut and cut, and he was like, obviously, like, what the fuck is happening? Kind of like pacing back and forth, and like it was a huge day for him, a huge day for him. And then so I took a little break when the solar eclipse happened around 1 p.m. I actually looked too long at the sun, so now I am a little bit blinded. Still, the day after, I am a little bit blinded on this eye, but it's gonna pass. I mean, it's gonna go away, I am sure. Um, so yeah, I just meditated, and the dog were chilling out. So the dogs, they really, I mean, all animals, they just sense your energy. It's all about your energy. If you're peaceful, if you're calm, they gonna like calm down. And so he started sleeping a little bit and like chill out. And I was cutting him a little here and there, and then I had to give him a bath. And thankfully, luckily, he is not aggressive at all, like at all. He is so calm, and he tried to run away a little bit, but then he just stopped. Like he was like more calm in the shower than when I was cutting his hair. So thank God for that. And I did like a double shampoo, and then we went into the sun again. So it was just, everything was such a beautiful and perfect timing. Like it was super sunny. He could dry out in the sun. I could take a break and eat a little bit. And I mean, at the end of the day, yesterday, I was so freaking tired. I was done. I like went to bed around 9 p.m. and I slept for 9 hours. I was like done. So, what else? Yeah, so my uncle, he started like, when I got the dog and walked on the leash, I was like, hey uncle, I got the dog, like we can do it, we can build a house. And so he came and he took some measurements, and he just, okay, I'm gonna go back now, I'm gonna start on the doghouse. And so perfectly timed, I think it was around 5 p.m., 6 p.m. when the sunset was starting. He came with the doghouse and his friend, and they have been building this doghouse, and it's so beautiful. It was like 1,000 times better than I could even imagine. I imagined some little, like just anything, just to give him some shelter. And also, if we didn't have the house ready, he would go with me in my room here. So like I wouldn't just leave him out. But it was so freaking nice to like give him his own space. And he's also used to sleeping outside. So I know that he has to kind of like slowly adapt. He is an old dog. He doesn't look like it or act like it, really. But he's acclimatized to being outside. So I just put I put a carpet in there, and then I put a blanket. So he had like wooden floor. I mean, he just moved into a villa, compared to what he had. So his life just 10x'd in one day. And so now he has a floor, he has his own carpet and blanket. And yeah, we just found this, like, because before he would have like this heavy chain, like he was like walking like this, like his head was like falling down all the time, because he had this like big chunk of like iron. metal, iron, like just like pulling him down. And now he has like a harness because I also bought. I asked my auntie if she could buy a harness when she was in another town, and so she did. And so I had like everything perfectly ready for my beautiful, beautiful rescue dog. And what else? Yeah, so he just moved in. So now he's there with a harness. He has a very light rope. I don't know what the material is called, but it's like a rope and it's tied to this leash that I bought, this like cheap blue leash. And just to like make it easy to like take it on and off. And he has like I think 5 meters or maybe 6 or 7 of like walking area where he can walk. And I think the minimum here in Poland is 5. And there he only had like 2 meters. It was horrible. He was like in like behind bars and chained. Like I can't. So, yeah, now we went on a walk today. He's such a calm, beautiful dog. Like, he is just perfect. He's like an angel sent from heaven to me, and I am that to him. Like, we're just a perfect match. So, and today I was thinking about names, and I was like, okay, I was thinking about Nova. I really like the name Nova. I love the name Nova. But for me, it feels more feminine. So I was like, okay, it just doesn't fit. Like, it doesn't feel right. And then I was thinking about Chance, because, like, he got a second chance of life, and he kind of looks like a Chance, you know? And then I thought about Phoenix, like, rising from the ashes. And then, yeah, I had like a few names, you know, like I even thought about like Sun or Zen or something like that. But it just didn't feel right. And I just felt something about like, it kind of just came to me like Ollie. Ollie, because he has this like, he has a very lightness to him. He has a lot of personality. I can tell already. He has a lot of personality. He's goofy, he's funny. And so like I had this like sense of like he is like a buddy. You know, like I could call him buddy, but I don't like it. So Ollie is like just spot on Ollie, and it's a short of Oliver. So Ollie, I think is just perfect for him. He totally looks like an Ollie. And yeah, so that is the story of Ollie and how he finally became free after a million years in dog prison. I can't. Like, I'm gonna take him to the vet, I'm gonna take him to a groomer, I'm gonna make him a passport so he can travel with me. And like I can listen, I am, if people are like, oh, but he's old, I'm very intuitive. Like I can sense if an animal, I can see like on his energy if he would be able to travel or not. And I can tell that he's very, 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 very adaptable. He's very calm. He's very energetic for his age. He, as of now at least, you know, like if that changes, then obviously I will not do like traveling with him. But as of now, he's just so freaking chill and very like awake, and he's, to me, he feels like a puppy. I don't know where he got that energy from. It must have been like building up for all those years. But he's like ready for the world, you know? I mean, obviously. Can you imagine? So, for the last of his years, my plan is to just keep him. I mean, I am so in the flow with the divine. Like I work with the divine. Like as of from that breakup half a year ago, everything in my life changed. Like my whole being changed completely, like completely. And so now I am working with the divine. So whatever I feel in my heart that I need to do, uh, I know, I trust myself, I trust God, I trust the divine working through me. I know that I will be supported, and like just as long as I maintain my vibration high and I spread love and light and I help other people and animals, then like how would you not be supported, you know? So I'm not worried or stressed about anything. I'm very excited, and this dog, it is so random too. Like I did not expect to have suddenly have a pet, but it just happened to fall into my lap like this. I saw this animal suffering, and for me, it was just like nope. Like it was just like fuck no. Like never in my. It's just it doesn't align with me seeing an animal or seeing someone's freedom being taken away like that. Like we cannot treat each other like this. It's just we are moving towards freedom, sovereignty, and yeah, like I think freedom is like my biggest value or something. Like I love to see people, beings, animals free, and free to be themselves too, free to explore the world, explore themselves, like you know, free in every way, as long as you are not doing harm to anyone else. And yeah, so I think that's all that I want to say. I'm just gonna check my photos to see if I have this like storage is full thing popping off all the time. Yeah, he's just a beautiful dog. He loves to walk on the walks with me. I mean, we had an amazing time. I'm very gentle with like guiding him, letting him look at the cars because he doesn't even know what they are. He doesn't like to him it's so scary, these cars that are driving super fast. He doesn't understand like what it is, so he like stops and he looks at them, and he like it's incredible to watch a dog, like watch a being learn about the world. It is very, very interesting. So, yeah, I guess that was it. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here, for commenting, for liking, for even just watching if you don't really engage otherwise. I'm still so appreciative of your presence, and I love you all so freaking much. Please always remember to be free and help other beings to be free and love them. And yeah, I will see you in the next video.